Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Metaphysical Morning. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jessica.
And what a wonderful Sunday we have here today. Another episode.
Yes.
And it's crazy. It's so crazy right now. I don't even know where to begin with that, but I definitely think we should talk about that today.
Yes. Yes. So this is because we have been experiencing, and not just us, other people too.
Yeah.
Like something is weird is happening. I don't know when it started exactly, but I just feel like over the last few years, something shifted.
Yes.
People are behaving different than they used to.
Yes.
And I feel like some people are more intuitive. I think people are overwhelmed. I think people are like divided and more emotionally reactive to things.
Yes.
And whether they realize it or not.
Yeah.
But I also think somewhere in all of that, some people are starting to become more curious about different spiritual things.
Very much so.
I think it's because all those things are happening.
Yeah.
And people are starting to be like, well, what is going on?
For sure. And I mean, there's so many different ways we could talk about this. So many things that
yes,
that I know that we're familiar with of, okay, this is all could be part of it. And I think it all is part of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do too.
from, my perspective, astrologically, yes, absolutely. We're in a new era. All of this makes sense. But are the things that we've been talking about on here, like CERN.
Yes.
The other things of like the fact that time is just speeding up.
Yes. Oh, that's so funny. So there were some ladies in the shop yesterday and we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like time is fast.
It is. It absolutely is. Yes.
So I'm going to state for the record that I don't believe in time. I think time is like made up nonsense.
Construct of our mind.
Yeah. It's like a limitation of our human existence here.
It's a filter.
But I think in the greater universe, there's time is not a thing.
Yeah, it's not.
And so our perception, so I wouldn't say like, we'll just talk about time speeding up, but I do think it's our perception of time is speeding up.
Yes.
Here on Earth.
Well, if you think about it too, we know that everything's changing. And whether you've been living under a rock or this may be your first exposure to these type of conversations.
Yes, welcome.
Hi, we're so happy you're here. Yes. But there is a frequency shift. Yes. And I think that at the root of it is what we're feeling. We're all vibrational creatures, beings. And I mean, we could point this, we could go back to Dolores Cannon, we could go back to the New Earth, we could go back to just this awakening. And in our professions, we're on the forefronts of this because we are working with all of you. You're coming in to see us with this same knowledge, with this same feelings. I know even just my client today, he was amazing and he is having an incredible awakening. And
it's exciting.
It is because they're becoming more and more and more. And it's intentional. It's on purpose. But I think it's just so good for us to be having these conversations.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And then I want to go back for a minute.
Okay.
So I want to try and describe for me what it feels like, and then I want to know what it feels like for you.
Okay, perfect.
Just so the people who are joining us in this conversation are like, what are these two ladies talking about, right? So for me, it's like weird things happening. For instance, I just this spring and summer, for the very first time in my life, every time there's a windy day, I get a headache. I don't know what that is about. And then sometimes my head will hurt, just randomly. And then it feels better, but it feels weird. Like some days my brain just feels weird.
Yep.
Some days my whole nervous system feels weird. Like it's just crawling or something. I don't know how else to describe it. And then other days it's like I just wake up and I'm like, oh, something shifted. Like something in the universe is like in the environment. Something's odd. Something's off.
Yeah.
And then also, I think that sometimes when I'm out and about in life and going to the post office and the grocery store, some days everyone just seems so strange. Like everyone seems to be behaving in a strange manner. Yeah. And I'm like, well, what is going on today? Like, what is with all the people today?
What is it called? non-people characters.
The non-playing characters.
Non-playing
Like,
characters.
I didn't know what that was.
I didn't either. Obviously,
I was like,
me too.
what is that? What are you saying?
It wouldn't make sense. So non-playing characters. So
Mm-hmm.
in essence, they're not real. Like they don't have a purpose or an intention of being here. They're just background. Like if you're playing a video game, they're just the props in the background. And so starting to look at things differently and be like, that's interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know if I believe in that theory. Like I've heard that theory.
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe in it. There's only been a couple of people I've met in my life where I've like talked to them, interacted with them, and I'm like, I think they have no soul. Like I don't know who, like what like it, and that sounds so horrible, but it was almost like, what was that I was just interacting with? Because it didn't feel like it was a human I was interacting with.
Yeah.
And but what I was gonna say, but I do think that part of it might just be that people are so overwhelmed with everything. Like people who aren't questioning things and who aren't exploring ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that they're just overwhelmed by everything that's happening, and they don't realize it.
Well, I think it's too like I do agree with that. I feel like you have to be at a point in your journey. I think everyone is on a different journey, and I think all of that is relevant. It's not that we're all going together. I feel like everyone, and I do believe this, like you're the only one in your reality. Like I think I'm the only one in my reality. How you're in my reality and I'm in your reality, like we can ponder and think about that.
That's the whole, like the downstairs of your house doesn't exist if you're not there.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And I think everyone's part of their own journey, and where you come to Earth to have this Earth experience to see how much you can wake up. I think it is how much you can remember, how far you can get. I don't think there is a place to get to. I don't think that is the objective. I think that you come here to learn and to expand and to evolve, and everyone is at a different place. But I think there's such a massive amount of people that are moving in the same direction or tuning into this new awareness. Because everything is shifting. I mean, the tectonic plates of our reality are shifting. And I think it's so interesting you talk about the wind, because I've always, and you've never said this to me before, but like wind to me is one of those elements that completely throws me off. It's noise to me.
Really?
And I'm absolutely without a doubt, when it is windy, I am off. And I have a friend who I've told this to before, and she has a different perspective, like totally different perspective, that wind is cleansing and it's refreshing and it's bringing in new energy, but to me it's just noise. And so it's very disorienting to me. So it's very interesting that you say that.
It's funny too, because I follow, and I get his newsletter, Crow Wing Acupuncture.
Okay.
His name's Everett. He's amazing. But he sent out a newsletter, and in the spring he was talking about traditional Chinese medicine and the wind.
Okay.
And they have a philosophy of the wind, but I can't remember what it is right now, because that's how my brain works. So
it'll come to you.
It'll come to me later.
Yeah.
Just to percolate up to the top. But yeah, they have a philosophy on wind and what it means and how it affects your body, like in your energy system. Because they have the whole meridian energy system. So
I need to book a session with Everett.
You should.
Yes.
He's really great.
Yeah, I really do. But I think there's such a massive acceleration that we're all feeling. We're being pulled to this frequency. Again, it's not that you need to be. It's not that if you're not feeling it, you're not going to miss the boat or anything like that. We know there is no like hidden agenda, that we know that we're going in a place that unless you're in the know, you're in the know. But I think like with this acceleration, like there's so much being thrown at us, and
that too.
You know what it is? I think it's also like the illusion is dropping. The illusion of the filters that we've inherited and had are softening, and how you respond to that, just like you were saying, of some people it's not part of their process to to be aware of that, and they're going to continue to do life the way that has always been done. And this age of Aquarius we're not doing that. And it's uncomfortable. Change can be really uncomfortable for people. And how you respond to that, I think, is part of your awareness. I think that's part of the enlightenment process of how you respond and what's your awareness of self. What do you think?
I don't know. Those are all interesting things. I think we've talked about before too, different things that have come to light in recent years, which again goes to that. I think the way we process, our brains have to process so much information so much faster now, since like the internet and social media and 24-hour newsreels and like all of the things, right? The information just comes at us so quickly. And I think it is overwhelming. Yeah. Even when you know that most of it's fake and isn't real, it's still a lot to process.
It's still a lot. Even that itself.
It's a lot to process that it's not real.
Right.
But I think that you and I have talked about things that have come to light, like the declassified UFO files and like just different things, and how you and I have talked about this. How do people still just go about their lives like nothing has changed?
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Like you and I think like the veil is falling, we're seeing behind the curtain there.
Correct. But the illusion is
so many people don't.
Yeah.
They're just like,
they accept it and just
move
on.
They don't move on and they don't
critically think about it.
No, like what does it mean? And like, and so I just think that a lot of people are feeling overwhelmed because whether they are processing it or not, or pretending that nothing has changed and they're just going to their work and they're spending time with their families, doing all the things that humans do, it's still there. Like they know it on some level. Yeah. And I think that not thinking about it can also have a toll.
Well, we carry everything with us. We carry everything in our bodies. We carry everything in our energetic and in our aura. And as part of, call it awakening, call it just evolving, you become aware of these parts of yourself in a way that, you never had before. And it's an amazing experience, but it's work and it's consciousness. Like there's a consciousness of seeing things from a different perspective. And I think that being able to put yourself in a position where you can look at things from that perspective, I mean, that change your perspective and everything changes. And I think that speaks a lot to what is happening is the perspectives are changing. The filters are dropping. Consciousness is expanding. It's speeding up. We have, not that we didn't have access to all of this information before, because everything's always been there.
Yes.
But it's just the way that we are absorbing it is different.
I think that more people are aware of it.
Yes.
Again, I think it's part of it is social media and the internet. And so you can share the information with more people more quickly.
Totally.
But I also think part of it is once an idea reaches one person, like if one person has the idea, then it's there, it's in the reality now. So then more and more and more people have that same idea and that same thought, and then it gains momentum.
Oh.
And I truly believe that. That's why, you read where like 3 people in different parts of the globe will each invent something very similar at the same time.
Yes.
Because I just think once it's in our human consciousness, because we're all connected.
One conscious mind. Yes.
So we're all connected. And so it's all there. And that's why that happens. And I feel like the more people who become more spiritually curious and learn about these things, it's like a snowball effect. Then it's more and more and more because it starts to saturate our whole human consciousness.
Well, you realize that, you've experienced life up to this point as separate from the whole. And part of this knowledge and experience is realizing that actually we're all connected to that one consciousness. Right. And so that, I think, is where you've spent your whole life, is this alone on an island feeling like you're just wandering aimlessly. But in reality, the more that you can expand that awareness, you realize that that's not true. But someone has to go first.
Right.
And that's why I also think that's why throughout our history, there have been people or beings, whatever you call them, that come in to plant that seed. And then that, just like you said, more awareness expands, knowledge expands, it's upgrades. And so thinking about that, there's probably at this time, we feel like we're awakening. But how many of those, call them like catalysts, are coming to the earth to help us with it? Is it intentional? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah. Because there are people on this planet, I think about this all the time, of like, how does your mind work that way? How did you get that information? How does that make sense in your mind? To me, like, it's because it's not the same. It's from somewhere else.
See, so this, okay, so I'm going to take this back to something you said earlier, that like this is your reality. And you don't know exactly how I came into your reality. And then maybe like this is my reality. I don't know how you got here.
Yep.
But I think we're all one.
So
we're
I'm
all
experiencing
just
life through this, but I'm also experiencing
so
life through
I
you.
believe, because I've been laughed at for this before. That's okay. So I believe we are all just source expressing itself.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Because there really is only source.
Right.
And so we are all just source expressing itself. So really, you're source and I'm source. And we're just source interacting with itself. And so we're all one. And that's why there's human consciousness. And that's why all of these things happen.
Why we forget that I'm actually you and you're actually me.
Right. And that's also because, like, so when we do past life regressions.
Oh, yes. Say more things.
So I believe that it's not really past lives because there is no time. It's all, because of our human experience, we assign past life.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes logical sense to us.
Yes.
But it's not really a past life.
linear.
It's happening now.
Yeah.
Just like this is happening now. It's all happening.
We're experiencing.
It's just like that movie, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once,
Yes.
right? That's how it's all happening. And so I believe that you could do a past life regression to any life at any time because we're all one and we can all do that.
Well, and that I would never laugh at you for saying that.
No, I know. It's all good. Like, I'm okay with it.
When you think about it, it is a very complex thing for us to wrap our minds around. But if you think about it that way and you know about manifesting, you know about manifestation, everything exists in this moment. There is no past and there is no future. It's only this moment right here. And because the way our minds work, we have this construct of time, this linear progression, but in reality, like you said, it's all happening at the same time. And so that's how manifestation works, is when you recognize there's infinite versions of you doing all of the things, whatever you think of in your mind, that comes from somewhere. You didn't make it up. It's really happening somewhere. But tuning into that, I think, is the key. Well, I know that's the key to manifesting, is you tune into that frequency that is already happening. You can shift into those frames at any time.
Yes.
That's manifestation.
And then I wonder why sometimes like movies seem to come true.
Oh, like there's.
But I feel like maybe it's because an idea reaches so many people through a movie that we manifest it. Or the thought is already in our human consciousness because there is no real time.
Yeah.
And so someone is just picking this up and making it a movie.
Also, we could go in a different direction with that. In that, if there is other powers at be, other beings that have some type of intelligence above ours, which we know that's true, but there has been multiple things that have been revealed that call it the underground government, the shadow government, the the reptilians, the
Pleiadians,
all of that,
all the people,
in larger things that are happening in this reality on this earth. And so if we just put the lens on this earth happenings, and there's more to the story than any of us actually know, everything must be revealed to us in order for it to actually happen as part of law of the universe. And so a lot of these movies foretell things they put it right in our face.
And it's the way
But it's really what's happening.
Yeah, I've heard that theory before too. That they have to disclose.
That they have to
and so
disclose
that's
what's
why.
happening.
Yeah.
Because so much of, what is found in cinema is, right, it actually happens. It's not actually fantasy.
I do want to go back, if it's okay. I want to go back to like it's just your reality and nothing exists except for when you see it.
Okay, yeah.
So I always, for a long time, I had a hard time wrapping my brain around that.
Yeah.
But then the other day, so the theory is, I'll just go back. The theory is that so as we know scientifically even, being observed affects everything, even atoms at the particle level. And so this whole theory is that nothing really exists until we observe it. So if you're upstairs in your house sitting there, your downstairs doesn't exist if no one's down there to observe it. It only comes into being when you go downstairs, and there it is. So the other day, we were sitting upstairs drinking coffee, and Lily, our dog, she went downstairs, and we could hear her drinking from her bowl.
Yeah.
And then I said, well, does that mean that Lily has enough control of her consciousness and of the world that she makes the downstairs exist so she can go downstairs and get water down there? Ooh. I do also want to say she has a water bowl upstairs, downstairs, and outside. She has lots of water available to her. But
very well pampered.
Yeah. So I'm so that Lily has enough. So when she observes things, they must also come into reality because she went down there. She drank that water.
She created the basement.
She created the downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't. That's a.
So that made me think. I was like, because I believe everything has consciousness, just at different levels, right?
Yeah.
I have consciousness. This table has consciousness. Every atom has consciousness.
Yes.
I believe that, but I do think it's it might be different. It might not be. Different. I think it's a different type of consciousness.
Frequency conscious. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
And so that makes me wonder, what kind of consciousness Lily has.
So do you think that we can change our consciousness?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Do you think animals have a different consciousness than we do?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's really hard. I don't know. I mean,
from a just basic humanitarian perspective, I hope not, because of the way that they're treated. I hope that they're not operating on the same. But I think that's something that maybe we tell ourselves to comfort ourselves for the way that we treat animals.
That could be. Well, it bothers me when animals are mistreated. I don't know that it's the same level though, only because I don't think Lily contemplates her existence. And so I think that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's different levels, and levels just is the word I'm using, and there's probably a better word out there. Yeah. But Lily isn't I know animals get sad and they feel a whole range of emotions, but I don't know that they contemplate why. Or why they exist, or we do, right? I feel like that's the part of what we have that in our consciousness that they don't. But I'm not saying we should abuse them. I'm just saying, I just feel I do feel like it's a little bit different, but maybe not.
I don't know. Who's to say? There's so much of when you tune into that level and mediumship and animal communication, that actually they have more than we do.
Well, that could be. Dolphins help people.
George.
Who's George?
I don't know. Isn't it George, the dolphin that lured remember that man in Florida, I think it was, who got lured by the dolphins under the ocean, and they shared with him their plans for this whole civilization under the ocean, and communicated with him, shared with him all this information, and he was gone for
Wait, wasn't this guy in Florida?
I think so.
Okay,
yes.
Okay,
and
coming
then
back to
they needed his brain. He was an engineer, I think. Needed his brain for something, and then came back he could breathe underwater, and that's wild.
That is wild. Then who's to say? I don't know.
Everything is possible. Everything is happening simultaneously at once. If you imagine it, it can happen.
I just wish Lily would stop waking me up at 5. I've told her repeatedly.
Lily, I need to talk to Lily.
It's not time to play at 5. It's still night time.
We need our sleep, Lily.
No.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, there's definitely, we all came here to be part of this time frame
We did.
time frame, or this frame of reference, or this level of consciousness, call it whatever you want. We all came here to be part of this together and go through this experience together. So it's fascinating to be part of it, one, but also to see the progression. Call it progression, I guess.
Yeah.
And when is the end? When is that's what my client asked me this morning. When is the end? When do we reach the point of, oh, we did it?
Okay, so this is an astrological question.
Yeah.
Is this all part of changing into the age of Aquarius? Because we're in a different age right now.
Like, how can it not be?
And so is
Absolutely.
this part of that whole when
yeah.
everything changes in the next cycle, which is like thousands and thousands of years long?
A new era.
Yeah.
Or a new age. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, we're astrologically, we've entered a period of time that we've never experienced before. Never. Like, we have no history. We have no idea what's going to happen. And that is absolutely Aquarius. It is the future.
I read an interesting thing just yesterday that that maybe this has all happened before.
Well, there's always that.
And what we see in archaeology is the remnants of it. Because they say like a lot of our modern things wouldn't survive.
Yeah.
Like they would turn into like whatever, dust, and would be overtaken by nature. And so what would really be left of us archaeologically? Because digital things wouldn't survive. Like stone tablets do.
Oh.
But
interesting. Like we're repeating?
Yeah. That we've done this before.
That we've gotten to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going back and doing it again.
And now we're doing it again.
I mean,
almost like maybe the Tower of Babel, like from the Bible. Like maybe that's what we're going to, and then we'll
start over again.
We'll start over again.
Well, you think about all the civilizations that seemingly just disappeared.
Just disappeared.
Now, did they disappear, or do they just exist in a different way that we just can't see right now?
Right, exactly.
We're playing a different level of the video game, but we are all exist in the video game.
That could be.
We just get glimpses of a different dimension, of a different frequency. We have remnants, and maybe that is the shift of, well, to that question of when will it all be over? Well, when the collective can make this shift, if going to a new earth, there's many new earths. Think about that.
Yep.
Multiple different new earths. What stage we are currently in this time at, will we go to that new one where we'll just continue on our day-to-day lives like nothing happened, but there'll be another version where all of this disappears?
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, with all of the chaos and divide and all these things happening in the world, when I'm talking to some people about it, I have shared that I feel like it's okay, because maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Maybe this all has to collapse so we can move on and to have the new system and the new earth. Maybe that's what has to happen.
Yeah. I know there's twofold kind of parts with that. Is like, yes, I want to like figure it all out. I want to have the answers. Am I not supposed to? Like, is the goal to wake up in the dream and find all the answers? Or is this just to enjoy the ride? Because either way you look at it, like, there's only one way out of here. And we're all going to take that way out of here at some point.
Maybe.
In this vessel. Not saying that this consciousness ends, but I know that this body, this model in this moment will not.
Yeah. It's very interesting. But so I know that different people have different minds, because I'm okay with not knowing. I don't need to know the answers. I really do just like pondering things and exploring subjects just to explore them. I don't feel like I have to have the answer. Like, I'm okay with not knowing. Yeah. That's fine.
I do believe you will know one day.
I think so too, but it probably won't be in this lifetime. It'll be like
in another frame.
When I'm back in the soul realm and I'm not here in this human flesh suit anymore, and I'll be.
So what brings you peace in all of this? Like, how do you deal with the adversity, but how do you deal with the chaos and the energy?
Well,
because this is
that's like, I feel like that's a multifaceted thing too. So first of all, I've created my bubble world.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We don't really watch the news. The important stuff still gets to you even when you try to tune it out.
Yeah.
we've created a very peaceful home.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own shop, so that's peaceful too.
Yeah.
But so part of it is insulating yourself from
Mm-hmm.
things,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mean that in like
Keeping everybody out type of
yeah,
way.
it's not like that. It's just like being protective of my energy
Yeah.
and the energy I allow to be around me, and because I feel like it helps you gain perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you and I have talked about before, so much of the news and what the
Mm-hmm.
media tells us is fake.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go out there and you can see how fake it is, right? And and oh, like here's a good one: the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Without getting into it,
Yeah.
because I don't really follow gossipy celebrity drama. Like that is not me at all.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, where are we
But I
going
know
with
where
this,
we go with
Jessica?
it. But what was fascinating to me was all of the stuff that had to be released. And that's why I did follow it for a while, because you saw how the media and those PR managers and the PR crisis team and the agents and all the people so manipulated the media and how they do it on purpose. And they're like, well, we release this, then they'll release that, then we can say this. And like, it's this whole thing in it, how they leak the stories and how they don't leak stories and how, and so that's what was, to me, that was the takeaway. It was just yet another example of how manipulated social media and the media are to fit narratives of different people.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what I mean. So when you tune out a lot of that, it helps because so much of it is fake. And then when things happen, like there was that, I don't want to say important, but like the Japan earthquake yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I saw that. And then there was the earthquake in Venezuela. So then I'm like, oh, there's these earthquakes happening, which makes sense. You know, the tectonic plates, one shifts, they all shift. But
domino.
yeah, because then there was an earthquake in San Francisco. But so I'm just saying, like, you can better filter what news you need. And you also filter the drama of it. Because so much of it is just opinion.
Totally.
And not facts.
Not facts.
And so I feel like that's one way I've really insulated myself from a lot of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that it's important to do that. And then also to find peace, I just remind myself, like, I chose to come here. I chose to come here.
Yeah.
So I'm like an eternal, all-powerful being that chose to come here and to have fun and to be messy and experience all the things.
Yeah.
And that's the other way I stay at peace with it. I'm like, none of this is that important. Like, we're all going to die. We're all going to move on to the next stage of being. And not take things so seriously. Yeah. Like, it's okay. So, Ashley, how do you keep your head? How do you keep your peace with all the things?
I think the best thing to do is just keep it simple. And I know that's like way harder than it sounds. But some of the tools that I use that are just kind of non-negotiables are absolutely my meditation time in the morning, the way I start my day in quiet, in solitude, the way that I talk to my higher self during those time frames, and really just put myself all ready to start my day from this observer perspective. And I think the thing that's helped me the most is truly just watching my mind. Watching where my mind goes and asking questions. Why is this triggering me? If this reality is just a reflection of what I'm feeling on the inside, what is driving that? A lot of just kind of getting to know my subconscious, getting to know my own patterns, and tuning out the rest of what's going on. I do remind myself often that I am the only one here. So, and not to say, I mean, I love family and friends. Like, I love you. I love all of this. But, you know, when you kind of take that perspective of the only thing that really matters is how I'm feeling in this moment and how I choose to react and how I choose to feel, and looking at it from a choice perspective, you really tune out from all of the noise. Yes. And I have curated anything that I do socially online. It's so curated to what I want to see. I don't see the news. I don't want to see the news. No. Because I just intuitively, as an energetic person, I can feel it. I can already feel. And I think it's just also just doing a lot of the work with protecting energy, like you were talking about,
Yeah.
protecting my space, noticing those energy vampires, noticing when I need to take a break and take a rest, listening to myself. And really, I think it goes back to kind of those Bashar teachings of we're here to create. We're here to enjoy this experience. You talked about you not needing all the answers. I don't need all the answers, but I love things that help make my life easier. And I just consciously try to put myself back in the position of like, is this bringing me joy? And if it's not, then I don't have to do that. I mean, obviously I can't just walk away from responsibilities, but it's like, okay, how do I shift out of this? Yeah, kind of simple, but
no, I love that, because in a different way, because I don't start my day in solitude, but you know, Mr. Divine North and I, we get up with our dog who wakes us up between 5 and 6. But then we have coffee together for like at least an hour. Most mornings it's like 2 hours. It's a very leisurely morning, and we don't talk about heavy thing. Like, no, that is not what that time is for. It's a time to like start your day and be gentle and so I think that is so important.
I mean, realistically, I really, in the morning, slow mornings, I only need like 8 to 10 hours of a slow morning.
Right.
Kidding, just not kidding.
But. No, I also think though, it's true. Like with Bashar, he talks about this stuff, and I always remember Abraham Hicks and what she talks about, what they talk about. And like, like only, like she says, only focus on the good stuff. Like literally paying no attention. Like she always says that humans spend too much time living in the reality and observing about what's in front of them instead of concentrating on all the amazing things. And I think that it's very true.
I do too.
I think we need to. I think that's funny because I feel like even though we're definitely different people, but both in our own way, it's like it's keeping it simple. It's protecting your energy and yourself and your what comes into your life, and I feel like that
doing
is
the
really
things that
important.
bring you joy.
Yes.
Speaking your truth, you do the things that bring you joy. Also, like for me, movement, physical movement, yoga has been huge for me, just to like disconnect from the outside world, but then just to connect with myself on a deeper level. And finding what works for you is, I mean, that's key.
It is. Yeah.
I love it.
Me too. Well, that was a fun conversation, Ashley.
Yeah. I don't know where we went. We went on a journey. We bebopped around the universe for a little bit, but
that's okay. We told them from the beginning this is what it's like. We just wanted to bring them into our conversation
and what we're talking about, and hopefully you guys resonated with some of these topics. And if so, we just ask that you would like and share, tell someone about this podcast or this show, and help us to grow this community.
Yes.
Until next time.
See you.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.